How's it hanging, dudes? My name is Sean, and welcome back to my channel where we put humanity first. And I'm sorry that I beat your guy. That was Andrew Yang's response whenever the panel asked him what they would do whenever he said he went up against Russia's agent if he was to win, talking about Donald Trump. And he said, "I'm sorry I beat your guy," which is such a brilliant way to say that, because he could come out and be like, no, the Russiagate thing is just too much of a conspiracy. He could have took that route, but being as there's like the whole media blackout thing and stuff like that, I think it's brilliant, because that's almost like a nice way to get MSNBC in your corner, right? Because they're constantly about Russia, right? So I think that's actually a brilliant move because there is a Yang media blackout, and if he's more cozy to the media instead of calling them out, maybe that would get him a little more air coverage. So that remains to be seen. I don't know. Let's go ahead and roll the clip, and I'll meet you on the other side.
Mr. Yang, if you win the 2020 election, what would you say in your first call with Russian President Vladimir Putin?
It's a fun moment. Well, first I'd say I'm sorry I beat your guy. Or not sorry.
Not sorry.
And second, I would say the days of meddling in American elections are over, and we will take any undermining of our democratic processes as an act of hostility and aggression. The American people would back me on this. We know that they've found an underbelly and they've been clawing at it, and it's made it so that we can't even trust our own democracy. The third thing I would say is that we're going to live up to our international commitments. We're going to recommit to our partnerships and alliances, including NATO. And it was James Mattis that said that the more you invest in diplomacy, the less you have to spend on ammunition. That has to be the path forward to help build an international consensus, not just against Russia, but also to build a coalition that will help us put pressure on China in terms of their treatment of their ethnic minorities and what's going on in Hong Kong. I want to propose a new world data organization, like a WTO for data, because right now, unfortunately, we're living in a world where data is the new oil and we don't have our arms around it. These are the ways that we'll actually get Russia to the table and make it so they have to join the international community and stop resisting appeals to the world order.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Rachel?
And so, as you can see, he expertly rolls right into, takes that away from the Russia thing and rolls it right into other key aspects, key core issues. And I think that was brilliant, because he's like the limited amount of talk time that he has, he's immediately diverting their question over something that's just for their own media clicks and stuff like that, for their own satisfaction, because they're the only ones who's that concerned about Russia, right? So MSNBC, that is. So, and he immediately turns that around to some of his core issues and key principles, and I think that is it's such a smart way to do it and such a brilliant move, while cozying up a little bit to the media. And you kind of have to do that because they're completely blacking him out, and it's hard to because a lot of older folk who aren't necessarily savvy online, they tend to watch cable news, and Yang isn't really getting covered as much as we know. They're leaving him off graphics and stuff like that. So it's just an unfortunate turn of events, and maybe that cozying up will turn him around. So I know a lot of people are probably going to cut him down for that and the Russia stuff and blah 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 blah, and that might turn off a little bit of his Republican appeal. But at the end of the day, we're in a Democratic primary, so it is what it is. It's all politics. So I see where he's coming from. So I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, guys. It could be a controversial thing. I don't know. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Got some other stuff coming out for you guys today. Sorry about the notifications. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side.